In 1870, British author Wilkie Collins wrote, "I begin to believe in only one civilizing influence. The discovery, one of these days, of a destructive agent so terrible that war shall mean annihilation, and men's fears will force them to keep the peace." Such was the hope of the scientists and military leaders who, in 1945, gathered to witness the final test of a weapon that would surely end all wars. The first atomic bomb was almost unearthly in its indiscriminate destructive power, for which there was no practical defense. Hiroshima and Nagasaki smoldered in ruin. Japan surrendered. The end of World War II had brought forth the new standard in military might, and another war, a Cold War, was about to begin. America continued to develop atomic weapons, but was not alone. 4 years later, the Soviet Union tested their first atomic bomb, beginning an arms race that literally shook the earth. The two superpowers evolved a new strategic doctrine called mutually assured destruction.
Mutually assured destruction implied that neither the United States nor the Soviet Union could risk a first strike because the retaliation would destroy the initial aggressor. And the theory of MAD, of mutually assured destruction, was that therefore there would not be a hot war. The Cold War would have to stay cold.
Okay, and you're on your own.
It's important to remember that at the beginning of the Cold War, in the late 1940s, there was only one way to deliver an atomic bomb, and that was by plane. For that period, right into the 1950s, there really wasn't a state of mutually assured destruction. And it was only later that the superpowers acquired the capability to deliver them from intercontinental ballistic missiles launched from land sites, and thirdly, from submarines.
The combination of land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles like these, along with long-range strategic bombers and submarines capable of launching nuclear missiles, create what is known as the nuclear triad. It is a guarantee that a nuclear attack would be met by massive retaliation. The second strike would even the score.
This is important because by having three different ways of hitting the other side, the superpowers became more or less invulnerable to a first strike that would have destroyed all their nuclear weapons. People understood quickly when they pondered the theory of mutually assured destruction that it would not necessarily keep the world safe. It might, in 99 cases out of 100, discourage aggression. But in that one case out of 100, it only takes one leader to be half crazy, to miscalculate the probabilities, for mutually assured destruction to happen.